Hey guys, this is Kalie from Expats Everywhere, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to pack for short trips. 3-day trip to 3-week trip, whatever you want. The things I'll be touching on will be 1, why it's better to take a carry-on rather than checking a bag. 2, what that carry-on should look like, what you should invest in. And 3, how to pack it and what you need to pack so that you can fit everything in. First of all, some budget or cheaper airlines, they might charge you to check your bag. All right, so you want to go ahead and save that money. If you're on a budget airline, you're wanting to save that money anyway. So then you need to go ahead and take a carry-on. Another reason is when you get to the city that you're going to, you can just hit the ground running. You don't have to stand at the conveyor belt and wait for your bag to come, because sometimes that can take forever. All right, so you want to get into the city, you're excited to be there, just get there and go. And then another reason is once you are in the city that you're going to, it's much easier to have something on your back rather than be walking with a rolley suitcase. First of all, you fit in a bit more so you don't stick out as a tourist. And second of all, it's just convenient, especially if you're taking their metro, their bus, things like that. It's better to have something on your back that you can take off and set at your feet rather than be coming in with this large rolley suitcase. Okay, so that's why it's better to take a carry-on. But a lot of people ask, how am I supposed to fit 2 weeks or 3 weeks worth of things in a small carry-on? This is an Osprey transporter, which I really like to use when I travel. And I've used it on trips that have been 2 or 3 days, and I've also used it for trips that have been 3 weeks. So the good thing about it is when I'm not using it, I can just wrap it up inside out like this. This is an older version. There are newer ones out there. They just keep making them better and better and more conducive to this type of travel. So it's really nice to have, and it's easy to have. All right, so it's just inside out right now. You just do this. The newer editions actually have a better setup for packing it away. There's a small zipper on the outside, but then most of what you have will go on the inside. And the great thing about this version is you have your straps as a backpack and the zippers are against your back. So this is what others see. So it makes it really hard for someone else to try to get into it when you have it on your back. Okay, so you open it up. And this is mainly the inside. Right? It doesn't have any extra zippers or anything on the inside. Okay, so if you are going on a trip for, let's just say 2 weeks, and you're like, that is impossible to fit that much in there. It's not impossible, you just have to know a few little tricks. First of all, you need to decide, are you spending your time in hostels or hotels? If it's in a hostel, then you'll need to pack a few more things, but you can make them small. Remember, it's really important to either check if your hostel has towels or if you need to provide your own, because a lot of hostels don't give you towels, or they give you towels and they charge you. Find a very thin type towel that you can roll and put in your bag. It'll dry quickly and it's very small, so it won't take up much space. IKEA is really good for having these types of towels. They're cheap, but they're great for travel if you plan to stay at hostels. All right, a few other tricks that you'll need to know is pack small bottles. I like to have some sort of little carrying case like this where the inside lining is water resistant, just in case your liquids for some reason spill. All right, that way they don't get on your clothes. Keep in mind, since it's a carry-on, your liquids have to be a certain size. Okay, don't get huge bottles for things. All right, go to any type of little store and pick up these little bottles. Right? You can put your shampoo, your conditioner, your face wash, your lotion, anything you want in these. Also, another trick, if you're planning on half staying in hostels, half staying in hotels, when you go to the hotels and you don't use some of their items, for example, you might not use every single bar of soap. Take it with you, because then you can use that at your next place, or you can hold on to it for your next trip. Another thing is the little shampoos that they give you. Also very good to take. So either stock up on these somewhere and pack a few of them, or get them along the way. But if you don't have that option, then just go buy a few small ones and fill them yourselves. You can get a lot in here as well, so it'll last you a long time. Keeping in mind as well, if you're just traveling for 2 weeks and you're only staying in one place, or you're moving but not on an airplane, then you can go ahead and buy a bigger bottle there and keep refilling it, or just buy and get rid of it once you leave. Another thing that's really good to pack, especially for girls, would be some sort of small container like this with a zipper that you can put things like jewelry in. Remember, you're traveling for 2 weeks, and depending on where you go will depend on what kind of jewelry you want to take. If you're going to a place where you're worried about them stealing, then just go with very simple type jewelry. But it's 2 weeks, so you don't want to bring loads of big chunky necklaces and things like that. Bring versatile types of jewelry. Bring hoops. Bring a simple necklace that you can accessorize with, and it's okay if you're wearing it a lot, but that way you're not packing, and sometimes those big chunky necklaces can be heavy. So get a small little thing like this with the zipper, and it'll be easy to pack your jewelry in, and it'll keep it safe because it's fabric. Also, depending on where you're going, you might want to invest in a really small umbrella. Get something really small that you can tote everywhere. That's good to have. Ladies, again, I would go with some sort of hands-free type purse. That way you've got your backpack on, you have the sling over your shoulder, and your hands are free. It's just easier than having to carry or put a purse on your arms. Now, for everyone, it's really important what you actually pack. You need to layer. Layer is very important. Whether you're going to a hot climate or a cold climate, layer is still what you need to do, because certain types of layers you can wear over and over. So light jackets and cardigans, take maybe 1 or 2 that's black or white or some neutral color that you can wear with several different outfits. If you go too crazy, then it might not match with everything. So if you layer with cardigans, things like that, if you're going to cold climate, 1 jacket that you carry on the plane. All right, so it doesn't even need to go into your bag. You just carry it. If you're leaving from a hot climate and going to a cold climate, carry it on with you. They never say anything about that. And you can put it up above you, or you can put it down at your feet, and that's really easy. Now, for shoes, shoes are very important, again, depending on where you're going. What I normally like to do, I like to wear sandals. So I generally will wear this on the plane because for me that's comfortable. It's also really easy to pack a pair of sandals. So if you don't have a lot of room, wear your heaviest and your biggest pair of shoe that you're planning to take with you on the plane and pack something like this. I always take a tennis shoe or a sneaker, because if you're walking around a lot, you want something comfortable. If you're climbing, if you're hiking, you want something comfortable, right? Something that you can walk in. Now, you might want to wear this on the plane and pack this. It's up to you depending on what your bag is looking like. Another little trick too is when you get shoes like this, stuff things in there. So stuff your socks in there or small things in there so that you can save space. And then I generally choose some sort of flat, a closed toe option that's not a chunky sneaker, but that's kind of cute. Now notice all 3 of these are black. So that means on this trip, if I'm going for 2 weeks, I'm going with a black theme. These can go with anything black that I'm wearing. All right, they don't have designs or patterns on them that would make them only good for 1 or 2 outfits. So I can wear these a lot. So that means I'll be taking maybe a black belt and my accessories will be black. So that trip, I'm just going black. Black tops, things like that. For guys, if you are going to a cold climate, wear your boots and maybe your heaviest type of jeans or pants on the plane. And then if you have some sort of jacket or a puffy jacket, take that with you as well. Obviously, you'll be wanting to travel with your electronics, so if you can, just take your phone if you are functional with your phone. But if not, instead of packing a computer because of the weight of that and the extra bag you might need, it's best if you have some type of iPad or a tablet. Girls, you can also put your makeup in something like this, keeping in mind that you want to go minimal. Also, that there will be the requirements for the carry-on, so don't get liquids that are too big. Get something small, like a small concealer, a small mascara, something like that that is versatile, that you can use a lot, but that's really small and not too heavy, because sometimes cosmetics can be heavy. Guys, you might not need all of these things, so just get yourself a small little pouch that you can fit your toothbrush, your toothpaste, a razor, maybe a small little shaving cream, everything that's small and not over the liquid requirement that you could put in your bag. I like to put my underwear and things like that in the side pocket. 3 pairs of shorts and a pair of capris. 10 different types of shirts, different styles and colors. 10 different tank tops or sleeveless shirts. 1 long sleeve shirt. A couple different colored cardigans that are versatile. A dress for a nice night. couple different things to sleep in, a variety of workout clothes or comfortable clothes, the towel for the hostel, the umbrella for rain, my straightener and brush, toiletries and jewelry. I'll wear these shoes to the airport. All right, plenty of room. And I am set for several weeks.